Hello, good evening, and welcome to Mont de Marsan, the Espace François Mitterrand here in France. This is the EuroLeague Women and Game Day 8 and the battle between Basket Lons and Beretta Famila Schio. Well, the first meeting between these two teams was won by Schio, 96-56. So they come into this without a doubt as favorites. You look at Game Day 8, Fenerbahce and Dinamo Kursk have already won their games. Also, Sopron and Uni Girona squaring off. In fact, they're underway right now. But our attention is on this game here. Here are the standings in Group B. Fenerbahce, Galatasaray, Sopron, and Dinamo Kursk up at the top. And you've got Schio and Basket Lons in 6th and 7th place. So as the teams warm up here, it's worth reminding you that you need to finish in the top 4 if you are going to advance to the knockout round. Of course, both teams still have several games to go, but you need to be in that top 4. So when you look at those standings, there's a lot of work to do for both of these proud basketball clubs. Schio, obviously, from Italy, and Lens here, the reigning champions of the French League. So Julie Barin she's had a tough time of late with some players unavailable through injuries. And Schio also have some players out. That comes with the territory in professional sports. You're always going to have some players that have some nicks and knocks. Squad depth to be able to cope with that, and that next woman up philosophy has to come into play. So Lens have the advantage of being at home tonight, but again, going up against one of the more traditional powerhouses really in the European women's game, a club that is forever playing in the EuroLeague Women, and they've got some iconic figures that a lot of the French fans here will know, like Sandrine Gruda, number 7, who remains one of the premier players in women's basketball. So she is the leading scorer, the leading everything for this team. You can see Diamond Shields coming out wearing number 7, and Kim Mestag, number 5, the Belgium international, who is hit so many big shots in her career. Kyria Laxa, who is one of the leading players in this Schio team. Ovis Andre, Francesca Dato, Martina Crippa, another Italy international, along with Valeria De Preto, and of course George Dikalakis, the Greek, who's had a lot of big stops in his career, whether it's been with national teams or with clubs. And right now, his employers in Italy hoping that he can get them into that top 4 where they can become a factor and challenge for honors in this competition. So for Basket Lons, how about this? Reagan McGarity, the leading scorer and leading rebounder, leading efficiency player all around the board. The Swedish international comes out, leads them onto the court. Also Marine Fautou, who played for France this summer and was just terrific. Marine Fautou played so well at the Olympics, and great to see her getting a lot of good minutes here at Lens. Lydia Turchinovic, number 6, player that they will lean on heavily tonight as they hope to what I think you might even say would be an upset here, certainly considering some of the absentees that they will not have. The likes of Sophie Cunningham, who we saw with Coach Behrens, and Celine Dumerc and Clarissa Dos Santos, both Dumerc and Dos Santos out with injuries. Sarah Rumi, Mariana Tolo, who is the Australian international, Marie-Eve Paget, who missed several weeks but is now back. And also remember, she's a 3x3 star, plays for France. And Kendra Sherry comes out as well. So this is a Lens team that is a little shorthanded tonight, but they're going to give it their all, as will this Schio team. And the one thing that they'll always be counting on will be the charge that they get from their crowd. So Sonia Teixeira, Martin Van Hoy, and Ariadna Chueca Moreno, the referees for tonight's game. And the star attraction, no matter where she plays, Sandrine Gruda, look at her numbers this season, and she has been terrific. She's averaging 14.7 points per game, 9.1 rebounds, 3 assists per game. I mean, that is terrific. There is no slowing down for Sandrine Gruda, who has just been utterly terrific throughout her career. And I know that Coach Dikalakis is very happy that Sandrine Gruda is a part, as a leader in this Schio team. It's also worth mentioning that Laxa also averaging 14.7 points per game. Reagan McGarity, the Sweden international that we spoke about, and you can see her numbers. She's number one for Lund in points and rebounds and efficiency. Her efficiency per game is 19.3 per game. So that tells you all you need to know about her importance to this Lens team. And Julie Barens is the head coach. And really will go down in history, much loved here with this club. The good times that she's been able to bring. That last season's title run was something that is gonna make this club famous and much loved in this part of France. I mean, that was an incredible title run that qualified this team again for the EuroLeague women. So she has done an utterly fantastic job, and of course assisted by Shona Thorburn, the former Canada international who played professionally for so long in France and had some other stops as well, like in Spain, for example. So, and here the crowd is just warming up, and you can see it's the main event. So the sixth man will definitely come into play tonight for this Lens, as they are going to be missing Clarissa Dos Santos, who's their number 2 rebounder at 8 per game. And I mentioned Celine Doumerc, who leads them in assists at 4.3 assists per game. And Cunningham, who is out, she's their 3rd leading assist player. She averages 3 assists per game. So the others have got to step up, and we will see how it takes them up against, again, this Schio team that is equally desperate, if not more so, to get wins and to try to climb into that top 4 so they can advance to the playoffs. So injuries keeping players off the court tonight, including Cunningham. She is sitting courtside, ready to support the team. So let's try to listen into the coach here. She gives some last-minute instructions. So those were the last minute instructions, and there you can see Céline Dolmec, who is the legend of all legends, really, in French basketball. The captain, not able to go tonight for this Lens team, as she's nursing some injuries as well. And I'm sure that the fans are just glad to see her on the bench. I mean, it's, you know, you come across an iconic figure like that in basketball. Probably she and Gruda. Be interesting to see if you had a vote who the most popular women's player has been in France for the last 10, 15 years. And I guarantee you those two players would rank right up in the top 5 and maybe in the top 2. It might be a close battle there. But here's Gruda, again, getting ready to jump center. So the starting 5 will be Laxa, Mestag, Gruda, Dotto, and Diamond de Shields. And you see the players coming off the bench. And for Basket Lens, it's going to be Sherry, Fotu, Tolo, Paget, and McGarity. And also some weapons coming from the bench. Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to France. This is the EuroLeague Women. And game day 8, the battle between Basket Lens and Schio. And Sandrine Gruda comes out and misses the first jump shot. So Paget brings it up for Basket Lens. Glad to see her back in the lineup. Here is, not wasting any time, Fotu putting it up and missing. Now De Shields pulls up from deep, and her attempt rattles out. So a couple of balls rattling out here at the start of the game for Schio. Chattery hands it off to Fotu. She gets it down low, and wow, just right on cue. McGarity tries to set the tone, making that early shot. Gruda guarded by Tolo. And De Shields goes in unmolested and makes an easy one, scoring with that left hand. Lens push it quickly. And Paget, she had a good shot. Missed everything. Nope, I guess it must have touched the rim. Here is McGarity. She unselfishly hands it off, and Tolo fouled as she goes up for the shot. Kind of a late whistle, the call on De Shields. So Tolo at the line. She's had a busy go of it in the past year, playing for Australia at the Olympics, and makes that second one. So pushing Lens on top here early. Dotto over to the Shields. Cross court, Laxa for 3. Off the back of the cup, but the rebound falls to Gruda. And Gruda, oh boy, silky smooth, nailing it. Paget drives in, goes to the left hand. That was a sweet play. Ball goes out of bounds and back over to Lens. Here's Paget. Look at her go to the left hand. And both teams getting some easy looks down low. Garrity gets it over to Sherry, who drives in. The ball goes out of bounds. Good reach. Good reach by Laxa. Can't relax around Laxa, that's for sure. She's going to pick your pocket. In fact, that might have been Mestag. No, that was Laxa who got in and denied her. Ball goes out to Cherry. Here she goes, putting it on the deck and driving, and another foul called. This one on Laxa. Some of the body, the benefit of the call goes to Lens. And Shetty gets the second one to go. Well, it stands to reason she's going to play a lot of minutes today, Shetty, with those other players absent. Here's Laxa. Gets to the baseline. And, oh, she gets swatted by Sherry. How about that? Good play by Sherry. Just 20 years of age. Here's Tolo. She's left open. She drills it. The Opal. Spent many years playing in French basketball. And now the ball again into the hands of Marine Fautou. And her pass up the court. And, well, she wants to push it. You can't blame her. So Paget and Tolo exit. Get our first look at Sehia Sida Abega, 19-year-old coming off the bench. Also, Ladija Turchenovic has come into the game. Here's another turnover. Wow, by Gruda. Here's Abega. Passes it back to Fautou. Big moment for Fautou here. I mean, she's young, but clearly has a very bright future and, in fact, present. They need her to play big minutes today. Turchenovic loses control of it. She gets it down low. Goes out of bounds. Here's Mustang. Oh, count it! The Belgian sensation drills it. Oh, the weapons that they have got in this team. Here's Fautou. Puts it on the deck. And she takes the contact and earns the trip to the line. Fouled by Dotto. Great drive by Marine Fautou. Her father, Frederic, played for many years in professional basketball. Of course, played for France as well. You know, it had to be a proud moment for him when his daughter graduated to the senior team and made it to the Olympics. And here's Fautou getting it to drop. Fautou, just 20 years of age. Look at this, the band, I mean. And the second is good as well from Marine Fautou. Cunningham looks like she wants to get in the game. She's not supposed to be playing tonight. Say if Lens keep this thing close and push this opponent tonight, Schio, maybe she will force her way into the game. So Fautou goes out, takes a seat. All hands on deck. Three-point shot is good. Another one for Mestag. She ties it at 10. 2 threes for Mestag. You read the scouting report, you know that she's going to shoot the three. Here's Paget, pulls up at the elbow, gets it to drop. A little bit of love from the rim. and the backboard. So Paget back in the game. Here's the Shields. And she drives, and her pass off the hands of Sihia Sita Vega. Of course, the Shields comes from big-time sports family as well. Father Delino, great baseball player, Major League Baseball. There's Reagan McGarity goes out, so she gets a seat. Is going to stay at this end. The Shields' brother also played Major League Baseball, so here's the Shields. Oh, she thought Gruda was going to turn and go towards the basket. She threw it in, and Gruda started going to the free throw line. She was going to the high post. Here's the penetration and the drive in. Good looking play by Sihia Sita Vega. So the Shields has got one game under her belt in the EuroLeague women. She joined this club late. She had 10 points in their recent game against Galatasaray, 4 rebounds, 22 minutes. And Paget doing a good job moving her feet, getting back on defense. So just over 6 minutes into the contest, and timeout has been called. Let's go down to the bench and see if we can listen in to Coach Dikalakis.
Passionate, ambitious, elite,
verbunden,
united,
inspirierend,
competitiva, ambiciozna,
stylish,
powerful, diverse,
diferente,
beraber,
inspiring.
Number 14, goes right, don't go right. All right. Okay, and we made the 2 turnovers in a row. Please, no turnovers. Now we go 22. We go 22. Okay. Listen, if we have a problem and we go delay, just go and run simple side pick and rolls. We have to play simple. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3.
Well, you heard it. Coach Dikalakis wants to try to simplify things on offense. So look for that pick and roll coming out, but Lens have done well so far at the start here. They've come out, hit some shots. So coming out of the timeout, and we will see again Sarah Rumi in the game, making the pass to Paget, and she is fouled as she gets to the lane. You know, her game has really elevated the last couple of years, and I really think playing 3x3 has helped Paget.
Ça sera sa première faute. Changement entrée en jeu. Costanza Demola numéro 8. Sortie de la capitaine française.
Well, she went right at Gruda. Gruda went up and fouled her. So, boy, big opportunity here for Lens. And doesn't get the three-point play. So they have to settle for a 6-point lead. Also in the game now for Schio, Costanza Verona, number 8. Uh-oh. The Shield starting to shake and bake. She was getting ready to put it up. Here's Verona. Gets in, doesn't get the drop. And Gruda beats Rumi to the basketball. I think Rumi could have had that. Costanza Verona gets it back to Gruda, pump fake. And she takes it in, gets blocked by Tolo. Tolo says no. And they turn it right back over the Lens. Tina Kripa also in the game. She feeds it down low to Ovis Andre, who's checked in. She turns, great footwork from the Italy International. She follows up the miss and earns a trip to the free throw line. Well, Tolo certainly fouled her, it appeared, even before the shot. Back to Gruda at the free throw line. And I thought it was Olvis who had checked in. Gruda is struggling with the free throw. So the five right now, Kripa, DeShields, Gruda, Mestag, and Verona still for Schio. And the dunk down low, and here is an opportunity that goes begging for Tolo, but then Turcenovic reaches in and ties up DeShields. Good minutes for the reserves. And McGarity comes back into the game for Sida Abega. Julie Barens calling the plays. Here's McGarity. Open. Paget, again, little runner. Follows up the miss. Gets it back. And this time her pass intended for McGarity, but knocked away. Fotu comes back into the game. And the shot from the corner is good from Laxa. Oh no, from Mestag, excuse me. Another three from Mestag. She has been on fire in this first quarter. The reach and the foul on Laxa. Here's another look. So McGarity going to the free throw line. Remember, she's the leading scorer, leading efficiency. Does a little bit of everything for this team. This Lens team, and she makes the free throw. Schio over the limit, so any more fouls will put this Lens team at the line, and McGarity makes both free throws. And Berens again is going to bring in another fresh pair of legs here from the corner. Wow, 4 3-pointers in the first quarter. Somebody call the fire department. Mestag is just going crazy. Look at this. We know she can shoot it, but boy, she has not wasted any time tonight. 3-pointer after 3-pointer, cutting it back to a 2-point game. And just one step too many for Seo Rumi. So Rumi and Paget go out and sit down perhaps for the remainder of the quarter. Turcenovic re-enters the game, as well as Celia Cardinal. Laxa steps back, and Kripa came in for the rebound and banged into Turcenovic. That's why the crowd reacted the way that they did. They wanted a foul. Here's Fotu. Now Turcenovic. Lens doing a good job moving the basketball around out on the perimeter. Good hands by Mestag. Shot clock down to 4. They've got to hurry. They're going to have to put something up. Kucinovic, and good defense by Schio. Andre is in the game now, wearing the face mask. In fact, number 22. Will it be 5 3-pointers? Yes, it will! 5 threes for Mestag. One of the great three-point shooters in Europe, showing us tonight. She has got it. Schio leading 19-18. Boy, and the reach and the foul. And you can see Fotu's upset she didn't finish. She wanted to go to the line for a three-point play. Obisandre. Boy, just think about the possibilities for Mestag. She's already hit 5. I wonder how many she's going to hit. 5 3-pointers. I would be tempted just to let her play all 40 minutes and just get her the rock. So Fotu goes to the line and gets the first one to go to tie it up. Well, it's not like Lons will be surprised that Mestag can shoot the 3. I mean, everybody in the world knows it. I know it. My family knows it. My friends, everybody around Europe knows Kim Mestag can shoot the 3-pointer. But the problem is, you got to also cut down. You got to try to take something away from Schio. And Mestag, if she gets a little bit of space, she can hit anything. And that foul called, was it before the shot? I think it was. So 0.9 seconds remains. Fotu, yeah. So 0.9 seconds remains. It's going to be a catch and shoot job, Schio would hope, unless they throw it down low and try to tap something up and in. Yeah, but send out a tweet, send out an SOS. Call the family, friends, tell them Kim Mestag is right now shooting lights out here in France, having hit 5 3-pointers in the first quarter. See Rafaela Masiadre over there giving her wise counsel as team manager for this Schio team. One of the great Italy players, former Schio player. Here she is, she turns, she puts it up, and boy, they got a good look there with Sandrine Gruda. That was a long 0.9 seconds, but she couldn't get it to drop. And the Lons faithful that have turned out tonight to support their team have to be pleased with what they've seen. Basket Lons leading at 20-19 over Beretta Famila Schio at the end of 1.
Passe au sein d'un mot, le 216 Unicharp Basketland, le 682 de place pour le match Basketland Fenerbahçe en EuroLeague du 15 décembre prochain. Les numéros gagnants 902, 351, 774, 216 et 682.
Here's what we're going to do. You four move over to this side of the court and just get the rock to Kim Mestag and let her go to work, or let her keep going to work. She has been eating at the three-point table tonight. 5 3-pointers. Electric stuff. And the Belgian Cat. And referees decide to stop play here for a second. Not sure, scoreboard issue or a shot clock issue, some type of technical issue that they want to get solved. So midway through this season in the EuroLeague women. Both these teams in a little bit of bother, almost a steal by Sherry, who's been impressive tonight, the 20-year-old. Verona, and the pass and the denial. Obis Andre, good team defense. There's Kripa guarding Krčenović, now Fotu. And turning and missing McGarity, but there's Fotu hustling in, getting the offensive rebound. She just has a feistiness to her, doesn't she, Marine Fotu? And she is not afraid to stick her nose in there where it's not wanted. This was McGarity. Good physical play from her. And Fotu says, I don't care how tall I am, I'm crashing the offensive boards. And Fotu makes the first free throw. And again, you have to say this great atmosphere here in this wonderful arena has to be helping this Lens team. They don't want to let the fans down. Celine Dumerc as well, they don't want to let her down. They wish she was playing tonight, but she's having to be one of the fans over there on the bench because of injury. Now Verona, guarded by Fotu, passes it back to Laksa, and Laksa off the back of the iron. And Krčenović chases it down. Krčenović lets it fly. And Verona with the rebound. Quick outlet pass to Kripa. Verona. And again, her pass batted away, turns over. And they are going to call an offensive foul. Krčenović clearing out with the right arm. Watch this. Yep, that's a good call. I mean, you can't swing your right arm like that. Paget. And Krčenović takes a seat. 27-year-old following the turnover. Verona. Andre turns and scores. I mean, you just got to tip your hat to her there. That was good defense by McGarity after she had the ball. Nice pass. Sherry again, kind of with a sweeping layup. Now a chance to run. Verona takes it all the way, and Schio moved back in front. Paget for three. And to Shields. Shields goes in, and she's denied. McGarity rebounds and runs, gets rid of it. Here's Fotu for three. Count it! Marine Fotu to the rescue. She's just got moxie. To Shields. Gets in the paint and gets fouled while scoring. Has a word with Sherry, who's doing her best to defend the excellent DeShields. This is Fotu. She'll go down, I think, as one of the greats in French women's basketball. With the fast start that she's had, here she is. I think she probably really connects with the crowd. They like her effort. But now DeShields, who is a tough act when she goes to the basket, when she gets her feet wet. You better look out. Paget over to Fotu, who calls the play. Back to now down low on the baseline, and good help defense by DeShields, getting in there, coming up with the steal. Gets it to Verona, who doesn't wait for her teammates. She outruns everybody. Schio a little bit slow getting down the floor. Tolo over on the baseline, and the shot is good from Sihia Sita Abega. Well, you can't be displeased with what she's brought to the table tonight. And now the steal by Sherry, but then Verona takes it right back. And DeShields misses with the long jumper. This Lons team not backing down, folks. They're in it to win it tonight. You can feel it. Look at them. 4 minutes into the second quarter. Nice bounce pass. And the drive not there. The ball batted out of bounds. It's going to stay at this end. So Fotu goes out to take a break again, and Sarah Rumi comes back in. Right now it's Fotu with 9 points. She's leading the team in scoring, 6 for Paget. McGarity has 4. Here's Paget again. She likes that little runner, doesn't she? Gruda with the rebound. Now Schio trying to reclaim the lead. On the break, Laxa. She doesn't like it, but Crippa with the rebound. Here's DeShields. Uh-oh, she's scooping and hooping. She takes it and can't get it to drop. But Gruda there for the follow and puts it in. France Great gives Schio the advantage once again. Paget quickly down low, the dump and the layup. Sherry is making them count. Impressive display from the youngsters tonight. DeShields spins. Where's she going? And earns a trip to the line. She is tough. The crowd reacting, not liking the referee's decision, but DeShields really putting pressure on that defense. Well, you can see the crowd, they want to call the travel. I think the referee telling Baren she has to keep her players on the bench and everybody on the bench, keep them seated or else a technical is going to be called. So that's a warning. And that's trouble right there for Lons as Basket Lons as Kim Mestag checks back into the game. So DeShields makes the first free throw. And the second. Sita Vega goes back out of the game, as does Rumi. And Turchinovic Shannon now stealing it is DeShields, and she says, I'm just going to take over. but she misses the layup, incredibly. So Laz living dangerously, and now the travel called on Turchenovic. Laxa just can't get it to drop tonight. I think Mestag's dipped into her bag of three-pointers and used them up. The dump down low to McGarity, and Mestag reaches in and fouls McGarity. Laxa is yet to score tonight, 0 from 4 from deep, and that was the reach and the foul. The Shields goes out, hearing it from the crowd. Olbis Andre comes back into the game. So McGarity ties it at 30. Textbook makes it back in front, and the band continues to play. Dotto. Paget really hounding Dotto. Here's Gruda from the elbow, doesn't drop, and Sherry continues to contribute. Nice minutes here. Paget. Oh, wonderful pass, and Turchenovic, not able to get it to go. She follows. They stay after it, and Schio come up with a basketball. Oh, wow, McGarity reaches in. I thought they were going to call a foul, and they say that it's she tied her up. So the possession arrow is going to keep the ball at this end. Marine Fotu, meanwhile, able to rest up, and now she'll come back into the game. So we got timeout on the court. 31-30. The hosts with the most. And 15 points for Mestag, leading all scorers for Schio, but her team trailing by 1.
All right. Here we are. 5, 4, 2, 3, 1. And call zone. Okay. So probably whoever goes to the corner, you take her. You control this player. Whoever goes to the corner, you take it. And when they pass inside, probably you will have to go to the point guard there, because she will pass and she will run. Okay? So stay here inside, no matter what they do. Okay? It's three defense and then 5. Now, when after free throws, they play 2-on-2, but they go man-to-man after that. All right? All right, we can play it shoulder 2. 1, 2, 3.
Well, the people that I was speaking to in the Lions camp were, I wouldn't say they were hopeful that things would go well tonight, but they have certainly come out tonight and given the Schio team everything they could want and more. You know, it's a 40-minute game. Look at that. Coming in off the inbounds pass and a missed opportunity, but Tolo gets it back, and they continue to put the pressure on Schio. Great effort. Fotu has to launch it and can't get it to drop. Now Schio look to reclaim the lead. Just 3 minutes from halftime. Mestag, guarded by Paget. He passes to Gruda, to Andre, now Laxa again. Good, finally. You know, she's going to make it eventually. She must have taken a shot to the nose because she's got some gauze up it to stop the bleeding. So 2-point lead now. And the ball goes off of Tolo's hands into the hands of Mestag. Mestag again, will it be number 6? Yes, he will! Why do anything else? Just get it to her. 6 threes in the first half. (36-31). Schio riding the hot hand of Kim Mestag. She's got half of their points. Tolo. Oh boy, that was a much-needed basket for the home side as they close the gap back to just 3 points. Well, you got to just really try to almost deny Mestag the basketball, but she gets it. And here's Laxa as well. Over to Andre from the baseline. That's her shot and nails it. To a 5-point advantage. Paget, and her pass goes out of bounds. Well, they're running some good stuff. So Paget goes out, Chevy back in. No, the difference is the three-point shooting. 7 of 12 from three-point range for Schio. 1 of 4 from three-point range for Basket Lands. And you know, some people might say, well, if you're going to get beat, make them hit their shots. But Schio tonight has definitely nailed their shots. At least Mestag has hit most of them. 6 threes. The other one was only recently made by Laxa. Dotto, guarded by Fotu. 1 minute remaining, first half. Dotto, and McGarity gets up there for the rebound. Well, Lions look organized. They know what they want. Fotu has it, taking a little bit more time off the clock. Chenovich and Shetty for 3. I'm half surprised Mestag didn't put up the 3 there. She had a chance. Laxa gets it to Gruda. Good defense from behind by Shetty, who not only steals it, but gets up ahead on the break and hands it off to McGarity. Wonderful play by Shetty. Eight points for McGarity, but Shetty just really doing the job defensively. And excellent work there at the end from Shetty, cutting that deficit. So 38-35, Beretta Famila Schio on top of Basket Lands here in France. Halftime, the EuroLeague women.
Le numéro 902, le numéro 351, le numéro 774, le numéro 216 et le numéro 682.
So you see the numbers, 7 three-pointers rather for Beretta Famila Schio, and that has been the difference in the game, really. They have just not missed. Good numbers as well for this Basket Lands team as we look back at some of the highlights. Paget really came out and attacked. Tolo's hit a couple of jumpers from that spot. That's her spot on the court she likes. Paget got a little love from the rim. But Kim Mestag, what can you say? She's not just hit 1 3. She's not just hit 2 threes or 3 threes. She's hit 6 threes. She's had 6 of her team's 7 threes. And another one. And this not just one spot on the court. She's hitting them all over the place. They don't call her Kim Automatic Mestag for nothing. So the three-pointers for Mestag, all 18 of her points have come from long range. But even so, despite the Mestag onslaught and despite the tenacious play of the Shields, this Lands team is right in it, trailing just 38-35 at halftime. 9 points for Marine Fotu leads the way, 8 for Reagan McGarity, and really nice play by Kenza Cherit, who has a couple of steals and a block to go with her 3 points and 2 rebounds and assists. So she has been really good tonight, as has Paget, I think. She's got 6 rebounds and 3 assists to go with her 6 points, although she has turned it over 4 times. But Sida Abega as well has got 4 points. Laxa just that 1 3-pointer, but you know she's going to erupt, you would think, at some point. And again, Tolo with that jump shot. The question is that player right there, number 5, ever going to cool off? Because Kim Mestag has been on fire. We're at halftime, 38-35. Beretta Famila Schio on top of Basket Land. We'll be right back before the start of the second half.
Chez EuroLeague, la relation de confiance est essentielle. Grâce à notre maîtrise de l'ensemble de la filière, de l'œuf jusqu'à la truite fumée, nous vous garantissons une traçabilité totale.
Vous aussi, vous allez tout savoir des produits que vous consommez.
EuroLeague, sans le choix. Chez EuroLeague, nous avons le goût des bons produits. Naturellement riche en protéines et en oméga 3, notre fruit fumé est idéal pour votre bien-être et votre santé.
Vous aussi, vous faites attention à ce que vous mangez. EuroLeague s'engage pour vous.
Allez, à 3 minutes du début de ce troisième quart-temps, on va remercier une nouvelle fois les partenaires de Basketland, le groupe Maïsadour, Massif et Fermilandais, assistance aéronautique aérospatiale, transport Mont-de-Marsan agglomération, qui est également le partenaire de la rencontre, le groupe Aqualand, Sartelec SMB, le Crédit Agricole d'Aquitaine, Top Loisier, NGEN, la maison Coco Picotti Avia, le groupe Fori, Astrivado, Esler, Randstad, Aïda et Mont-de-Marsan, Unicalo PPM, Féroce, Green Lighthouse Développement, Renault Solia Ménomone de la Dour, Alca Saint-Pierre Auto, Intersport et EVA, le Conseil départemental des Landes, la région Nouvelle-Aquitaine, Mont-de-Marsan agglomération, merci aux partenaires institutionnels, l'Aubry de Missouri, Toyota, Makina Auto, KL Sedax, le groupe Flores, Soleil Bonduel et Distriline Heineken et Milano Automobile. Si vous souhaitez vous restaurer à l'issue de la rencontre, merci de vous rendre chez nos partenaires restaurateurs au bureau Del Arte, la cidrerie, l'hôtel-restaurant Les Pyrénées et World Food Café. Et n'oubliez pas de présenter vos tickets de match pour des réductions chez nos deux partenaires alignés à coiffure et Del Arte. Ce troisième quart-temps, le premier ballon sera pour le Beretta Famila Schio. 35 Basketland, 38 pour les Italiennes. point, Albi Samurai. Contre offensive Basketland, Mariana Tolo. Deuxième fois.
So Basketland's trying to get it. Nope. For some reason. Okay, well, we are back, and 42-35, Schio is on top. And Tolo misses. So very dangerous time here. Extremely dangerous time here for Basketland as they try to stay within touch and already trailing by 7 points here early in the second half. And this Schio team trying to turn the screw. And the long miss. Now McGarity hands it off. Page, and they tried to get it to McGarity, and the hold has been called on Sandrine Gruda. So they're going to inbound the basketball underneath their hoop and try to get something easy here. Marine Fotu gets it down low, and Sherry, and boy, what a basket to give away for Schio. Now from the baseline, oh boy, silky smooth shot from Olvis Andre. Again, 7-point lead for Schio, and they're trying to get, and they're getting some good looks though. That's the good thing for Basketland is they're getting the ball inside. Now Kim Mestag puts it up, and the foul called to Marine Fotu. So, again, Mestag, the danger. She's got the 6 3-pointers. And gets an easy one this time down low. McGarity, outside Page, count it! Boy, that was huge. Dato. And the long jump shot not there, but the Shields with the rebound puts it up and is fouled on the putback.
Fabien Cornet, changement de Basketland, retour Lydia Tursinovic, Sida Vega, sortie Marine Fotuts et sortie Mariana Tolo, et le plus pour Diamantocci.
So Page heads over to the bench. The Shields goes to the line and does not complete the 3-point play. So Basketlon's hanging around here. 3.5 minutes into the second half, trailing by 6. Krčinović left open, passes up on it. Nope, she's going to take it now, and she is fouled by Olbe. So 3 free throws coming. So Andre fouls the three-point shooter. 3 free throws coming. What this Schio team does not want is for this game to be close going down the stretch. This will be a very dangerous Basketlon's team if that happens. With this crowd really into this game tonight. Really. The sixth man has made a huge difference. So she's able to cut the deficit to 4 points. Andres Obe and Obes Andre rather, and ball goes back over. Here they are, passing it out. And Krčinović again, same spot as last time, passes it up. And now she passes to McGarity and absorbs the contact and scores to cut it back to a 2-point game. Here with a 3. What will they choose to do? Krčinović gets it to McGarity, goes off her left hand. She was fighting for position with Obes Andre and couldn't corral it. Now Dotto gets it to Gruda. Gruda goes to work. Oh boy, that is her patented move. She just kind of drifts to her right into the lane. And not much you can do about that if you're the young Sihia Sida Abega, guarding a player that you've probably looked up to your entire life. 3-point shot and bounces away. Now McGarity trying to pull to within 1. Obes Andre looks a little tired out there. Now, and here is putting on the deck, and Andre missing the layup. So a break. McGarity quickly to Paget. See if Basketlons can get something in transition. No, they're going to pull it back out. Here she is. And the 3-point shot. Again, this one goes begging from Sida Abega. Quick pass, and Laxa misses. So now 6.5 minutes into this second half, and it's Schio leading by 4. And Obes Andre reached in, knocked the ball away, a lot of contact, and the fans reacting. Sarah Rumi, well, she got a lot of ball there. Great minutes from those Basketlons players tonight. Now Marine Fotu back in the game, pulls up from deep. And DeShields rebounds the miss. Great basketball game. DeShields, though, gets right past her her player, Shiri, and now on the break is going to be Turcinovic. Wow, she leaked out, she got ahead, and she was able to finish. So back to a 2-point game. And timeout on the court. What a contest in the EuroLeague women. It is such a tough competition. Dikalaka's trying to set the table once again for his team.
All right, we were playing good defense. Only first break, let's go. All right. Okay. We play fish 3. No, I'm sorry. We play Ricky, but for Stagger. So Ricky for Stagger. 1. Pass. Yes. Pass to Kitia. Yes. All right. Cut inside. So you, when the ball will come here and she will cut, turn and set the stagger here. Okay, set the stagger. And then pick and roll if there is nothing. All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3.
Well, they took advantage of a chance to run. Marine Fotu pushed it up quickly, got it to Turcinovic and the layup. And you have to say that is opportunistic basketball by Basket Lines. And just like the Schio coach said, the defense has been really good by Schio. They just gave away the fast break. Other than that, it's been tough, so they don't need to change much. But Laxa misses. Great effort defensively by this Basket Lines team. And what about that? Sita Abega attacking and earning a trip to the free throw line.
Troisième faute personnelle. 2 tirs pour Sita Abega.
Yeah, Laxa just drifted over, made contact just as Sita Abega was taking off for her layup attempt. And Sita Abega makes the first. So Sheri and Sita Abega have been immense tonight, coming off the bench. Or rather, for this Basket Lounge team. He only makes 1 of 2, but the battle for the rebound, and finally Gruda takes it away. Sheri actually started tonight. And another miss. And Fotu, she's got the bit between the teeth. She puts it up quickly to Turcinovic. And takes it back outside to Marine Fotu. Electric stuff coming your way in the EuroLeague women tonight. Basket Lines are really fighting away. Both of these teams trying to get a valuable win. Fotu! Oh, she missed the layup. Terrific move, but just did not have the finish. Now to Shields, dumps it off to Gruda. And the legend makes it. Takes it back to a 3-point lead. 8 points for Sandrine Gruda. Turcinovic. And the Shields rebounds and runs. Oh, nice, clever attempt to get the ball to Verona, but the ball was knocked out of bounds. Ajay comes back into the game for Turcinovic. I love how the Lawns coach is rotating her players in and out of the game. She's doing it masterfully tonight. Mastagdo finds some freedom. She just doesn't miss, folks. She does not miss. She has been unbelievable. Kim Mestag, 24 points. She hasn't missed a shot all night. 9 of 9 from the floor. 6 of 6 from three-point range. Fotu, tough drive and finish. French basketball has got to love number 4. She is terrific. Here she is guarding Verona. Fotu fights around. Now Verona gets in and scores. Top twisting layup by Constanza Verona. Final minute. of what's been a riveting third quarter here. 5-point lead for Schio. Paget moves and puts it up, and Verona rebounds the miss. Now she's going to push it quickly. Second differential in the game clock and the shot clock. Verona has it. Clock winding down. Verona gets in the paint, puts it up. Oh, it rims out. Now Fotu has plenty of time, so she's just going to take her time. Oh, what a play by Verona. She picks Fotu's pocket and goes in for a layup. What a play by Verona. Scored her team's last 4 points, and you don't like to see your point guard give the ball away so cheaply here. It does happen, and just wonderful play by the Italian. Look at that, and then takes it in and lays it off the glass. And that gives Beretta Famila Schio a 58-51 lead. 10 minutes remaining.
Allez, on va accompagner Torbenki.
Try to put the ball inside. Try to put the ball inside, okay? On transition for sure. Try to put the ball inside. We have the too big with us. Okay, after the comeback defense, they try to go like fast break, fast break. Come back, control the situation. D'accord, like this. We go on 5. D'accord? Mep, Lydia.
Et la dernière passe pour Benki.
D'accord? Regarde. D'accord. Passez ici. Here. You defense. You have a last guard, the shield. Dive directly. Look if it's possible to get the ball. D'accord? If it's not possible, you leave. And we go end up and repeat. D'accord, les filles? You defense. Hein? You got it. Allez.
Oh, this game just has so much that you love about the EuroLeague women. Two teams battling it out, going back and forth. You know, it really felt like, you see Bruda's numbers 12 and 8. I really felt like Schio would be even bigger, more on top tonight by this point in the game. But this wonderful crowd and some fantastic play from some unheralded players in this Basket Lawns team tonight has helped them keep it close through 3 quarters. They have looked like they have been up to the challenge. I mean, it really, without the brilliance of Kim Mestag tonight and her 24 points and perfect shooting, you dare say the Basket Lawns would be leading. I mean, it's been that type of game. The brilliance of Mestag is what separates these two teams. Fourth quarter action underway. Tolo puts one up and overshoots. Now quickly up the floor. Mestag. And then she gets it over to DeShields, and she's fouled yet again. Wonderful play by DeShields. Fouled by McGarity. And that was a great call as well by the referee. McGarity clearly fouling DeShields. What really tough finish by DeShields. Nikolakis' team's their biggest lead of the game now, 10 points. And you can't help but wonder if the floodgates might open. Basket Lawns have shown great composure tonight, though, under duress. Maybe the last shot by Tolo wasn't what they needed. Here's McGarity. Getting a good look, and Paget hustles to the rebound. Vucinovic decides to take the 3 and make the 3! They're not going anywhere, folks. They're keeping this thing close. Nice patience. And, well, the pass to DeShields, the idea was right. She didn't really finish well. Vucinovic, will it be 2 in a row? Not so. Well, that was a wry smile by George Nikolakis. Not sure what that was about, but anyway, it's a 7-point lead for the Italians. And the dump to Laxa. It has not been Laxa's finest hour tonight. She has not been a player that has troubled this Basket Lons team tonight. Great block by Cherie. Laxa has just 3 points. She's 1 of 10 from the floor. Here's Mestag, though, up, and perfection has ended for her. She missed her first shot. Paget. Good D from Olvis Andre. And Cherie missing with the long jump shot. So Verona, a little too much effort into the boxing out there. Bowls over Turchenovic. Oh boy, tough place to inbound the basketball. What a pass! Oh, goodness me, almost an incredible play from Lons. And now a chance to run. Mestag back in business. She makes another one. 26 points. And Turchenovic has it knocked away. Here's the Shields, open floor. And can't finish. Good hustle back on defense. Tolo again. Going to work. Good D by Andre. Oh, nice play. Verona has been splendid. Give and go. I tell you, her steal at the end of the third quarter really put an exclamation mark on her performance tonight, and you really begin to appreciate everything that she can do for this team, or everything that she does for this team. Constanza Verona, 8 points, 3 assists.
Les filles, on fait 1 minute, okay, we will see. We switch all the handball situation, but we steam aggressively. D'accord, on switch aggressively. We go, buzzer, tick, we switch, d'accord. Sur tous les trucs, ils vont essayer de nous poster avec Ruda. We bump, d'accord. Inside come and we stay, we trap, we need to be aggressive situation. That's okay. After all, you run a 5 situation, or you can play the arm situation. On for you. On for you. Allez, go.
Well, you heard the tactics, but I'll tell you, just go ahead and write this down. This is one of the best atmospheres in the EuroLeague women. They have put on a show tonight here in France. Basket Lons, the band, the crowd. They are loving it. What a festive atmosphere. Reagan McGarity goes out 12 points, 8 rebounds. And you can understand how this team that won the French title last season has really captured the imagination of the people here. And the players are really feeding off the energy that the crowd is giving them. But Schio up by 11 points. And they get it down low, and there was the block. Well, Cherie was in a good spot. She just didn't finish. Here's Verona again. Oh, wow. She has really just been sublime. 10 points now for Verona. And the block. And I know the ownership has to be very pleased with a lot of things that they've seen tonight here at Basket Lons. And for Schio This is a team that's used to playing in terrific environments. They've done a good job to get up by that double-digit deficit. But Turchenovich again strikes from downtown. Maybe there's one last big run in it for Basket Longs. Paget hounding Verona. Now Laxa. And offensive foul has been called on Gruda. 4 minutes into the second, or rather into the fourth quarter. Marin hoping her team can pull out all stops tonight to get a famous win, but they've got a lot of ground to make up, down 10 points. Fotu zigzagging her way in, able to get the basketball to Turchenovich. She fumbles it away, but there is Sherry, and Sherry just could not quite finish, and that's kind of been the name of the game here in the fourth quarter, or rather late for Longs. They're getting in some good positions. They just can't knock their shots down. Obisandre turns, and a couple of shots coming. Closely defended and fouled by Sida Abega.
Largement sorti, Sida Abega sorti, Marie Paget retour, Brigade Magariti, Marianne.
You watch a game like this tonight, and yes, they are the home team, Basket Longs, but I really think that they start as the underdogs in this game, but they've got the passionate fans, which really helped them throughout. And I think that Schio will tell you it has been a wonderful environment to play in tonight. Wonderful atmosphere. So Andre makes the free throws. She now has 10 points. Sherry. Basket Longs. The clock is not the enemy yet, but it soon will be. Sandrine Gruda read the pass, took it away. It was intended for Tolo. And Verona, fouled by Marine Fotu. Well, they called her for a little bit of the hand checking, a little bit of the contact with the hands. Laxa. Gruda goes to work, little jump hook, not there. Fotu over to Turchenovich. And Turchenovich did the right thing by attacking the basket, could not finish. She wanted the foul. It looked like pretty good defense. Laxa went straight up. Sherry goes out. Turchenovich for three. And Marine Fotu, another foul called on her. With a little bit of coming from behind to push. Well, it was a nudge at best. Here's Verona. Pulls up and banks it in. Well, arguably, she's been the best player in the second half for Schio. The lead is 14. And now an offensive foul called. And Basket Longs not getting the rub of the green on some of these calls here in the fourth quarter, but referees have to call them like they see them. Fotu goes out of the game. She has 4 fouls. Verona. Nice hesitation and fouled right at the end of the play. But you got to play for 40 minutes, and Tolo picks up the foul. So Schio still have a little bit of work to do here, but up 14 with 3:52 remaining. They are in command, and they have outscored Basket Lines now 14-6 here in this fourth quarter. But Basket Lines have nothing to be ashamed of the way they've come out and played tonight. They have really given it their all. We mentioned the fact that they're down a few players, just as are Schio. Vucinovic, a little bit of a pressure out on the perimeter by Schio, and now the foul called on Mestag. Sarah Rumi. Longs trailing about 16 points. And the three not there for Basket Longs. And this game is moving towards a disappointing conclusion for Basket Longs, but they, again, have really given everything tonight. Remember, this Schio team won the first encounter by 40 points, and this thing was tight heading to the fourth quarter. But the fourth quarter has been owned by Schio. They've now outscored them 15-6. I mean, Mestag has been sensational tonight. 27 points. 28. Her previous high this season was 13. So that tells you all you need to know about what type of game she's had tonight. She has grabbed the game by the scruff of the neck. Sarah Rumi shotting down, and good attempt. Marine Fotu gets it again and gets it a drop. And that's what you love. I mean, first of all, Schio are trying to really end this game emphatically. And nevertheless, Basket Lawns are just they're going to do everything they can until the final whistle, the final buzzer. Fotu with a chance for a three-point play, and she gets it. 14 points for Marine Fotu, one of the stars of French basketball. Verona. Cross court. Mestag. Will it be? Could it be? Not this time. Oh, but the follow was there for Gruda. Nobody was able to box her out. So Kim Mestag was going for the killer three. That would have given her 7 of 7 on the night, but instead she's 6 of 7. Cardinal comes back into the game, number 5. And jumping into the lane too soon there. Were the players. So Dikalakis has to take a liking. I think he probably felt like inside that eventually his team would get on top of this Basket Lawns team, but Basket Lawns played some wonderful basketball. 2:22 remaining. Solo takes a seat. A good game coming up like the rest of the Lawns teammates this weekend in the French League. About to try to rebound from this one. Now Sherry puts it up, and the offense is just really dried up in this fourth quarter for Basket Lons. Just 9 points. It's been their lowest scoring quarter. Dato to Mestag. Mestag, the Garuda, and then Andre with a short little jumper. And 78-60. You'd never know at the end of this game that it was pretty nip and tuck, pretty tight for 3 quarters. Really more than 3 quarters, but in the end, Schio have just come back and really lowered the boom in the fourth. Rumi, nice little stroke there from Sarah Rumi. She might want to think about taking that one a little more often. It's her first 3 attempt of the night, and she made it. And she looks good making it. Verona fouled at the free throw line. The jump shooter. Well, it's a big moment for Rumi. She picks up the foul. That's number 4, but let's don't forget she is 18 years of age. So this is a big chance for her to play in the EuroLeague Women. She's getting some good minutes, number 29. And I think she's done quite well. And I think that probably this Basket Lons team knows that they've got some youngsters that have taken a step forward tonight. Cida Avega has played well. Sherry has played well. She's only 20. Marine Fotu, just 20 years of age. I mean, this is a young team, a young Basket Lons team, and they have come out and put on a show tonight. So hopefully that doesn't get lost in the shuffle when people just look at the result. Here's Fotu. Here she is, putting it up from deep, and just a little bit off at the end of the shot clock. So tip your hat to Schio. They faced a little bit of adversity tonight. They also traveled without a few players. Georgia Satana, Keys, and Collier. Those are 3 big absences. And they've had to, for the better part of 3 quarters, certainly the better part of the first half, the entire first half, rely on Kim Mestag and her 18 points. And Verona's been great here in the second half. Now, Basket Lons still playing hard. Marine Fotu pulls up on the break. Can't get it to drop, but there's Sarah Rumi battling, there is Cardinal battling away. And she's only 19 years of age. So yeah, this is a young team. Celia Cardinal takes the free throw and makes it. Get it back to a 15-point game. 31.3 seconds remaining. And the second one is no good. So Schio will have to take one more shot. What are they going to do? What are their prospects for the rest of the way? Well, we'll talk about that in a second. And the long shot not there. Verona rebounds the miss. And that could be it. Dato takes it out. Nope, Verona's going to launch it, and that is going to be it. Well, great game of basketball, folks. 79-64. Beretta Famila Schio win it over Basket Lons.
C'est Fenerbahçe qui se déplacera ici à l'espace Mitterrand Et on reviendra en Ligue féminine, Basketland, Charleville-Mézières, le samedi 18 décembre. Attention, l'entre-deux sera pour le match contre Charleville-Mézières.
So a very important win for Schio, who are led by Kim Mestag's 28 points. She was never better than tonight. She was electric. Celine Dumerc, she was missed by Basket-Lands, and there she is high-fiving her longtime teammate in the France national team, Celine Dumerc, the legend, giving the high fives and the congratulations to Schio. 7 of 17. Didn't hit a three-pointer in the second half of Beretta Famila Schio, in fact. Lands, though, a lot of good things. You can see those numbers. They didn't give much away there. And look at Celine Dumerc doing a little bit of coaching, the captain.
In offense, we do turnover. Break. Every time we miss easy stuff.
Voilà, on peut quand même les remercier, les applaudir. Elles se battent à chaque match, c'est compliqué. Voilà, on a essayé Carissa dos Santos absente, Céline Dumerc absente, Sophie Gillingham absente, elles se serrent les coudes, mais elles sont présentes à chaque fois dans cette EuroLeague. Mais quel plaisir pour nous de voir de superbes équipes ici à l'espace François Mitterrand. La prochaine, je vous le rappelle, c'est mercredi avec l'équipe de Fenerbahçe.
Every minute, you know, like, so when we are feeling not good, pass the ball to the other and trust the other, find the connection. We don't have time for this, but try to be positive.
On va remercier aussi Amanda de Spaghetti, encore impeccable ce soir, pour l'ambiance musicale.
Well, those were the words of a legend, and really, I was so happy. I just wanted to hear her talk. You know, a captain and so many young players listening to Celine Dumerc, and when you watch it, as we see these highlights, I'll let you just take the highlights in, but when you can hear somebody like Celine Dumerc share those words of wisdom, and you can understand why she's such an important part of this team, not just for her ability to handle the ball, to make these incredible passes or these big shots. It's her leadership, it's her words of wisdom. She has lived these moments, and she is now sharing that with these young players like Celia Cardinal, like Marine Fautou, like Sihia Sida Abega, Sarah Rumi, Kendra Sherry. I mean, all of these youngsters at the start of very promising careers, and who better to hear something like that from than Celine Dumerc. So they've got clearly Julie Barin, great coach. They got Shona Thorburn on as an assistant, and then they've got Celine Dumerc, the experience out there, sharing all of that experience, all of that knowledge that she's gained, and it's going to help them move forward. Just a great game of basketball tonight. More than anything, incredible crowd, great atmosphere. Talking about Schio, they're going to follow this up with a game at Spar Girona on their next game next Wednesday, so that's going to be a terrific encounter. Can't wait for that one. And for Basket-Lands, they are going to have to try to rebound from this one at home next week against Fenerbahce. Now, if you think that Fenerbahce are going to get the big win over them, well, just cast your, remember what happened when these two teams met on October 13th. Basket-Lands won that one 70-65 in Istanbul. So if they show the same commitment that they showed tonight, these young Basket-Lands players are going to really, hopefully for their fans, put on a show. So just a wonderful atmosphere. But anyway, it's been a real joy to watch this EuroLeague women game tonight. And we'll get a look at the standings as well. 79-64, Beretta Famila Schio winning it over Basket-Lands. And that is win number 5 on the season. So Schio move into the top 4 of Group B. Thanks for watching, everybody.